Welcome to another episode of On the Mic with Michael Flix. Very happy to be back. We're off for a couple of weeks, but I am back and we're here. Got a few things to talk about. Got another very special San Diego guest for you this week. So, a couple things I wanted to talk about. Playoff basketball is here in the NBA. Had a player that was supposed to be coming to San Diego to play here is no longer playing here because of what's going on with California high school basketball. The San Diego Guardians finally had their combine. Good looking. The San Diego Guardians finally had their first combine. So we got a lot of things to get to. Let's go ahead and talk about that first. So I heard the owner, Kim Bishop, the owner of the San Diego Guardians. He was here talking about the new things going on with the team and then moving from the ABA to the TBL and just everything going on with that. On the 29th, if I'm not mistaken, they had their first combine. And actually, my guest today is the first player that they announced that they've invited to training camp. But they already had their first combine. They've invited a few players to training camp, and they've got another combine coming up in October out in Vegas. So, yeah, man, Aaron, y'all know these people from around San Diego, and also the Guardians posted on their IG. But it's my job to keep you updated on San Diego sports, so that's what I'm gonna do. Aaron Tinsley Felix. I'm not sure what exactly he goes by. Aaron Felix was the first player announced for this, invited to training camp by the San Diego Guardians. Also, Roshan Wynn, I think that's how you say your last name, bro. He got invited as well. My man Davion, who actually also used to play for the San Diego Kings, he went to the combine and he got invited. And there was one more player. My bad, bro. I posted in the comments and in the description and stuff. But there was 4 players that I seen for sure that got invited. And like I said, they have another one coming up in October out in Vegas. So if you're interested in playing some professional basketball, the opportunity, you missed the San Diego one, but the opportunity hasn't missed yet. They got 4 more. The next one, October, in Las Vegas. Another thing going on in San Diego, I don't have a bunch of info on it just because it's still early in the high school basketball season is a few ways away because of the COVID. But Bryce Griggs, who is from Texas, I believe he went to Hightower High School out in Texas. He was transferring out here to come play at San Ysidro High School with Mikey Williams and Jurian Dixon over at San Ysidro. But because of I don't know if sanctions is the right word, but because of the restrictions on California high school basketball, he decided to move back to Texas and continue playing for the high school that he left, which, it's actually I saw another report that they just added another player, San Ysidro did. So they trying to make sure they stay loaded. But I seen a little bit of talk about it, but I mean, I applaud Bryce, man, for him kind of looking at the landscape and seeing everything that's going on and saying, you know what, this isn't the best move for me. Let me do what's best for me in my high school basketball career and my future. So I think it's dope. He didn't just, stay here and wait to figure things out. He taking it, like I said, I mean, it's still young and it's high school, but he taking his own high school career into his hands and doing what's best for him, which I think is super duper dope. I wish I knew the name of the other player. I know a whole bunch of people go hit me in the comments, be like, bro, how do you not know that? But there was another player. He's a class of 2023. That San Ysidro just added to their roster. So like I said, they trying to stay loaded. I'm really looking forward to watching Jurian Dixon play next year, man, for San Ysidro. He was one of my favorite players to watch last year. I watched a lot of San Ysidro games. Jurian Dixon was one of my favorite people to watch. Always in the right spot, always making the right play, always playing hard, very consistent, very steady. In my opinion, for San Ysidro, Jurian was their most consistent player all year long. Not their best, obviously, but second best for sure, and definitely the most consistent all season long. A few other things. The runs are still going on. In La Mesa on Mondays at 1:00. They're getting real good. I'm happy to see that. A few guys have hit me up like, "Yo, thanks for spreading the word about that run. I went out there and it was a super good run." I'm happy to hear that, man. So yeah, Mondays at 1:00 in La Mesa. Tap in with either me or my man Aaron Felix, and you'll get the address and all the extra info for that. And then Friday mornings in Vista, we still going at 8:30 at the park outdoor. It's going real good, man. We be having a couple photographers pull up every run now, and actually with some of my high school guys might get a little salty at me about this, but the group of high school guys that were coming out to Vista, all good hoopers, all solid hoopers, but now that school has started back and we've played, I believe, the last 2 weeks. And it's just been the adults for the most. It's been a few high school kids, but it's just been the adult hoopers. And the run has been a bit more intense, definitely more tough, and it's been a good thing out there. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, everybody's always welcome. All my high school guys, y'all always welcome. But I will say the runs have been looking nice. But it's not as many people, and we would like it to be more people. That way we can mix in the high school guys with some of the older guys as well. That way we can keep doing that. So Mondays at 1 o'clock in La Mesa, and then Friday mornings in Vista at 8:30. Also, I was talking to some guys in North County. We're gonna try to put together a weekend run out here in North County, because I know, like I said, the high school guys weren't able to come out the last 2 weeks because they back in school, which is important, priorities and all of that. But we're gonna try to get something going. Saturdays I'm really busy. Sundays I'm busy too. But we're gonna try to put something together on a Saturday or Sunday so that we could have the park back looking back how it used to look, before school started back. I think I wanted to shout out my man Gabe Macias out in Ramona and Escondido, Game Time Elite Training. He's a dope young trainer, man, doing his thing. I always see him on Instagram. He's got a lot of clients. He's gaining more and more clients every day, but he's a very knowledgeable basketball trainer, man. Not a lot of people know about him because he played not really for this reason, but just a lot of people don't know of him. He played high school basketball at my alma mater, actually, Orange Glen. That's not the only reason why I'm shouting him out. He's actually my boy. But his training services are down in the Ramona, Escondido area. He played basketball at Orange Glen. I believe he graduated ninth. I forget what year he graduated. I'm not even going to try to guess. But won a championship there at Orange Glen. Played high-level basketball for Coastal Elite all growing up, and now he's a trainer. Really doing his thing, man. He's got some college clients, a lot of high school clients. So, yeah, man, if you're looking for a trainer, get some good work at a great price, hit up my man Gabe Macias at Game Time Elite Training. That's pretty much all the updates I have for you guys right now. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and I'm going to bring in my guest, and we're gonna talk to him about his whole story and everything that he's got offering around San Diego, and just everything that he's got going on right now, man. Y'all stick around. On the mic with Michael Flix. Welcome back to On the Mic with Michael Flix. As promised, very special guest in here, and this one's different. I say very special guest every week, and every guest is special, but this one is different. This is my first guest that I've known since childhood. Like my man Lorenzo, I met I think I met in like 7th or 8th grade. Me and my man Tens, we graduated the same year. I think we met in like 3rd grade, like 3rd or 4th grade, super early on. But my man Aaron Felix is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming through, man. Oh yeah, I appreciate you coming through.
Yes,
what you been up to, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. Living life, staying out of trouble.
I heard that.
Grinding.
I heard that.
You know what I mean? Can't stop, won't stop. So, hey, living the life, man.
I heard that. That's one thing I say about you. You're one of the people I tell Jesse. I tell a lot of people all the time. You're one of them. When you said can't stop, won't stop, it made me think of this. You one of the people that I met you on a basketball court, and you, since the day I met you, you've always been on a basketball court.
Man, I love it, bro. It's the passion I have, everything, man. So, like I said, can't stop, won't stop.
I heard that. So when me and my man Aaron met, it was actually at a church function, like a church park thing. It was out in Escondido. It was actually, I wasn't even living out there yet. I think you were living in Escondido.
Yeah, that's where we started at. Before I moved to San Diego, we was in Escondido.
Right, and I was living in Southeast at the time.
Yes.
And our churches had like a big district thing at the park in Escondido, and we went across the street to Sample Squad to the basketball courts.
Yep.
Right, Aaron Dad came over there gassing like, y'all don't know my boy finna ball y'all up. Y'all don't even know.
Man.
And then like I said, we met on a basketball court. He been on the court ever since, man. Ever since. How old were you when you first started? Like I said, I met you in 3rd grade, but how old were you when you first started playing?
Man, my parents tell me I had started when I was 2. So ever since then, when I was 2 years old, Pops put the ball in my hand, and ever since then, I haven't stopped. So I'll say since I was 2.
That's what's up. You're one of the people, I don't know if they still do it, but you're one of the last people I remember that played high school basketball where you were still in middle school.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you played.
I went to Bell Junior High in 9th grade.
Right.
And I was playing for Morris JV.
I remember that.
With Coach Jeff.
I remember.
But look, before that, though, I was in the 8th grade. I went to UC High School. Oh, no, I didn't go to I didn't go to UC High School, but I was playing for UC at the time. I was playing on their freshman team in the 8th grade. And my mom used to take us from when I was at Bell. She used to drive me all the way to UC. Practice every day, play every day. But I got into UC with Blake Frazier.
Okay.
So that's how I ended up getting in there. And ever since then, ninth grade, I went to Bell Junior High still. Then walked to practice to Morris. And then transferred. So when I went from Bell Junior High, graduated from there. Then I went to Helix, 10th grade.
Right.
And that's when from 10th grade all the way through my senior year, played for Coach Singer. So.
See, I be telling people, man, like, if freshman on varsity is one thing. My man was in middle school playing high school basketball. That's different. Like, middle school, like, you might not even hit puberty yet. Your body ain't developed, and you out there against, like, dudes that developing muscles and got facial hair. Like, it's different.
Right, it's different.
That's a different grind. So you said you UC and then got to Helix your sophomore year.
Sophomore year, then played. I couldn't play varsity my sophomore, my 10th grade year because of the rules or something like that. CIF rules, basically.
I remember that.
So I ended up playing JV, 10th grade. So my junior year, and then my senior year, ended up playing varsity. My junior year, we ended up winning CIF. That's when we had Lance Hurdo, excuse my language.
You good, bro. You good.
We had Lance, we had Marlon Pierce, we had Clinton.
That was your
we
senior
had a
year?
squad. That was my junior year.
I was about to say, I thought that was your junior year because I remember being at the game.
That was my junior year, bro. Yeah. And that was like my first experience ever being on top like that, especially going to Helix, man. You know, it's the talk of the town, Helix, Monte Vista, Mount Miguel.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It was cool, man. It was cool.
I remember going to watch because you guys played against Esco? Did you for the championship?
Nope.
No, I'm sorry. I was there to watch Esco because I had homies that played for. I was there to watch you, of course. But I came out because Esco was playing, and you played in the game, I think, right before that.
Probably.
And I seen your little brother in the stands. He was like, "Why you ain't on the court? What you watching for?" I'm like, "Man, I had bad grades back then. I ain't even fun. I had bad grades." But you said you won a championship your senior year, or your junior year.
And then my senior year, we ended up losing in the playoffs, like second round. In my senior year, it was shaky my senior year. But other than that, man, I would say I had a good experience in high school.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
So your junior year, you got to play with Lance Hurdle, you say, and then your senior year was your team?
It was basically my team, low key, sort of, kind of, but we didn't have the pieces.
Got you.
We didn't have the pieces.
Got you. That
could have make us advance to the next round type thing. But yeah, man, it's all a learning experience, especially when you get in high school, bro. So
for sure. And so you said being at Helix, talk of the town and everything. So with you winning the championship and then doing everything at Helix, what was your recruitment process like?
Bruh, I wasn't recruited at all.
I didn't know that.
What?
I didn't know that.
At all, bro. That's a crazy thing.
Because for me, like I said, you started in Esco and I was out here, and then we switched. Like, you moved to Dago. We was in Dago for a little bit together.
Right.
And then after sixth grade, I moved to Escondido. And then I'm
staying.
Right, and you stayed, right? So, and I'm watching from afar. We see each other really just at church stuff, really.
On me, that's
because this is back before everybody had a cell phone and everybody had social media.
For real.
So really, it was like, unless you tell your mom, like, "Hey, yo, call the homie so we could talk real quick." Like, you only saw each other, like, for us at church stuff.
And
so I would keep up, like, on MySpace and online and stuff like that. But I would only really hear, like, through you and your dad, really.
Right.
So, like, for me, and especially, the gas your dad put on, and I'm thinking, like, you, and I know how dope you are. Let me not just do it like that. And I know how dope you are. I'm thinking, like, my man doing big things out there. You got to be getting, like, right now, this is my first time finding out that you weren't recruited on everything I love.
Bro, it's crazy how it was back then. And I was fresh, so I didn't even know about recruitment, all of that, because I know Lance was getting recruited, stuff like that. But I'm like, I know Lance. He you feel me? Lance is way better than I am. But when I got to my senior year, I was still developing. You know what I mean? Especially trying to learn the game at the same time. But right when I got out of high school, I just went to JC because I still loved the game. I was like, I don't want to stop. So I just went to JC for 2 years. I actually went to, going to Grossmont College. So
I remember.
Did 2 years there. Then I started getting recruited by other little small D1 schools, but I ended up going to Cal State Dominguez Hills. Then that's a NCAA D2. So it was cool, even though it was right down the street, you know what I mean? So I'm still close to home, so I wasn't that far. But when I got to Cal State Dominguez Hills, it really didn't work out, so I had to come back home, bro. And then I ended up playing my last year at San Diego Christian College, which is NIA D1. So it was okay. My whole high school, college career was all a learning experience, man, for real. But other than that, I'm happy, bro. I can't complain.
I heard that.
You feel me? So
I heard that. You always look happy. Every time I see you, one of them dudes. Like you either, if you on the court with your kids, you mad serious, but when you off the court and you not hooping, you always happy, always chilling, always cool. But when you said Cal State Dominguez his, it made me think about how much like we always been. No, I ain't gonna get into everything.
No, I'm not just saying though. It was just a coincidence. You was over there at the same time.
I was living in LA at the time. That's what I'm saying. It's so crazy how our paths kept crossing. I mean, we've been boys, but how our paths kept crossing.
It was
so my man was at Cal State Dominguez Hills in LA, and I happened to be living in LA at the time. And I seen him like, hey yo, I'm about to come pull up. He like, yeah, come to my dorm.
On me, bro.
I think I stayed the night. Did I stay the night?
I don't know.
I think I kicked it we kicked it all day though.
But it was tough.
Yeah.
We watched movies because we didn't have nothing else to do, bro. It was either me chilling in my doors, me going to the gym, or me kicking it with you because I really didn't have a lot of friends out there, bro. You know, I had a teammate, but that was it. Couple of my teammates, but that was it, bro. I wouldn't, you know me. I'm in the house with it.
Right. and I was me the same way too, because I mean I was out in LA studying music at the time. I was living with my cousin, but he was in high school and I was in college, so he would get up dumb early and be gone. And when he was gone, I was just by myself. So I was like, yo, let me hit the bro pull up on him real quick. We was in there playing cards and watching Friday all day.
I swear. With the college life. That's how it was,
eating
though.
Noodles. So after you Cal State Dominguez transfer, finished at Christian,
right?
And I know you ended up going to Germany, right?
I ended up going to Germany.
How did all of that work out?
So the process was with that, man. After San Diego Christian College, I went semi-pro. You know what I mean? Played a couple years there, and then ended up working out with the San Diego native Richie Williams. So Richie Williams got me my first contract off top.
Dope. I didn't know that.
Man, so I ended up working out with him, man. He was like, yo, let me get a call. Let me call somebody for you. And what happened was he called somebody, and that person was out here in San Diego at the time. He was like, all right, I connect you with somebody. So I ended up calling. We ended up connecting. We ended up going to a gym. I ended up working out for the dude, bam, right on the spot. That's how it really happened, bro. And then after that, a month later, I was gone.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It makes a lot of sense why you speak. I mean, obviously he's a great basketball player, but why you speak about Richie the way you do. I know I've asked you about Richie a couple of times. You'd be like, man, no, bro, it's Richie. It makes sense as to why you speak about it. Other than him being super good at basketball, you know what I'm saying?
I've watched Richie grow. You know what I mean? If you're from San Diego, you've watched Richie Williams grow, and just the passion he has too, the love he has for the game. He just looked out for little bro, really. That's all it was, and I took it and ran with it.
Was it last summer when Ryan Rizuki was doing the runs at San Diego High? I ran into Richie. I had obviously from San Diego, had been following him on Instagram and following his whole journey. But he was somebody I still got my show link up with Michael Flix, and he's somebody that I wanted to sit down and talk to. Man. So we set it up, but then the timing didn't work out. But next time he come in town, we're supposed to be sitting. I'm probably more than likely gonna have him on the show.
It'll be a good talk, bro. Because man, everybody should know Richie Williams, man.
Right.
If you don't know him, you ain't from San Diego.
That's fact.
You're not a hooper then
He's
either.
Super cold. Super cold. So you played. How long did you play in Germany?
I played in Germany for a year. It was like League 5. It's so hard to pronounce how they pronounce the leagues out there, bro. But this was their first American. So I played for. It's called Tussa Bad Aibling. It's in Germany. It's further south than Germany. So it's right next to. It's 30 minutes away from Munich. So that's how far I was from Munich, basically. And Munich is supposed to be the big town in Germany. But I was their first American, ended up winning the league out there and everything, bro. So it was all love. It was different. I ain't gonna lie. Homesick. I ain't gonna lie. It was just because I'm a picky eater too. So
I know.
I ain't gonna eat that food out there like that,
bro. That's so funny, bro. My mom still brings you up when she talks about picky eaters.
Man.
She be like, yeah, Aaron and Jerry used to come over. Aaron don't eat nothing.
Man, I really survived off waffles, bacon, eggs, chicken, French fries, pizza. They had McDonald's was out there. They was smashing out there at McDonald's. But other than that, I didn't really eat out my comfort zone like I should have. But I've had a little bit of something over there. You know what I mean? Not to where I'm going to eat off of it and get full. But other than that, man, I loved the experience out there, bro. It's fun. They love you out there.
I bet. I could tell. I remember looking at you. I remember Derek was like, because I remember when you first got out there, it was like a parade or something when you first got there, right?
Yeah,
was that for you coming to town?
Nah, it's called the Oktoberfest.
Okay.
So I ended up going out there, and the teammate that I had, he ended up taking me out there, and man, they get wasted. Bro, kegs this big get wasted. It's I'm telling you, when it's different, bruh. So I have fun just looking at stuff like that, bruh. It was cool, man. It was
I gotta
cool.
take a trip, man. I never been nowhere except Mexico. I gotta take a trip somewhere, man. So you played 1 year in Germany. Was the reason for not going back just like the homesick and the differences, or what?
No, it was more like coaching staff. They ended up changing coaches, and then we just lost connect, man, really. And that's how it happened. So I couldn't go back. I wish I could have, you know what I mean, to do it back to back. Because what they do is once you win the league, you move up in leagues. So you move up. So I wanted that experience for sure. But, hey, everything's happened for a reason, man. So.
For sure. And so what was next for you when you come back from Germany? Were you thinking your career was done or what?
No, I didn't think it was done, but
you said can't stop, won't stop. I know it wasn't done.
It wasn't done, but you know, I had to take a back seat and see where I was gonna go next, basically. Really. Searching for agents. I ended up getting an agent, but he wasn't really putting in the effort and the time for me, so I had to leave that and start working on my own again, really, bro. So after Germany, I just ended up playing for the Kings. And then from the Kings, went to the Guardians. It happens, though. But, hey, I'm happy, bro. I can't complain. It's the grind that I have.
Everything works out.
Right.
Everything works out. And, I mean, you did your thing on both teams. I mean, you played for the Surf, too, and you always did your thing. And that's one thing I was telling Jordan Holmes. I'll go ahead and say it. I was telling him, I was like, bro, you see how, like, every tryout, no matter what, not even tryout, no matter what court Tens is on, he's a leader, bro. Like, and that's something that, like, you can grow into it and you can learn it, but it's so you can always tell when a guy is just a born leader. Excuse me, a born leader. And that's what like I told him. No, but you've never seen him on a court and he not putting people in position. And hey, bring it up real quick. Like, you've never seen him not do that.
And I love that, bro. I love to be a leader. I love to show the passion. So that's all it is, man. And especially, it's just learning. It's a learning experience at the same time, and I'm still learning. So I'm 32, bro.
I feel that. So you just came out of the Guardians' first combine.
Yeah.
What was that like?
That's something. It was good. It's something that everybody should experience if you ain't never been to a combine. Really. If you ain't never been, you should go to one. It's a really good experience. You get to learn about yourself, about how quick you are, how high you can jump. You know what I mean? How well you can play with a teammate. But the first combine was good, man. It was good. I ain't gonna lie. I had fun. You know what I mean? Just showing my face, competing against other players. That's what I like to do.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So.
Are you gonna be going to the other ones, like the one in Vegas?
Oh yeah, the one in Vegas. I'm there.
For sure. I'm trying to go. I don't know how I'm gonna make it work. My wife went back to work, and I'm gonna have both the kids. So I don't know how I'm gonna make it work. But I want to go to the Vegas one for sure.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm there. I love to compete, bro. I want to see who want to join the team. Come on.
Right. I like see my guy.
You feel me?
I like that. So let's get into like your business and your training service right now. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm a skills youth development trader. So I just train youth. On up, youth to high school to college. I got my own training business. It's called A10s Hoops. You can find me on Instagram. I don't have no Facebook or nothing like that, but just Instagram. But I'm doing it, man. I'm trying to pick that up.
For sure.
The business is good, man. It's booming. I got parents that love me. They love the way I train, I got it. It's different. I want to train different. I want to be the best trainer in San Diego, really, bro. So that's how I want to present myself. No, you good. That's how I want to present myself when I come out. When people come out to see how I train, it's gonna be different. You know what I mean? So
it's definitely different. It's you're not, and this is I know a lot of the trainers in town. This is not a shot to anybody. Please don't take it that way. But your training is not just, and granted, I haven't sat in on everybody's session, so let me also say that. But your training isn't just the skill work. It isn't just like, this is how you get a bucket. You have all of that because you're a very skilled player, but you're coaching. You can't teach heart, but you're coaching it in there, though.
Right.
Like, you're making people, like, push themselves past their comfort zone. You're making kids work past when they're tired and stuff like that, which is super dope, which these kids need because kids are getting softer and softer.
And especially with the whole COVID thing, kids is at the house chilling, ain't doing nothing, playing video games. So they out of shape, basically, to me.
How did you get into training? Was it you being a hooper? Was it something you always wanted to do?
Something that I always wanted to do. That's gonna be Plan B, basically. So, as of right now, I'm still doing both. I'm still trying to juggle both, and it's not hurting me at all right now. So I'm gonna take it.
I think it's only helping.
It's helping both. You feel me? So I think parents like to see that too.
I agree.
He can hoop and also he can train at the same time because you don't see a lot of trainers that do that.
That's facts.
You don't see trainers that can hoop, that still are hooping. You can see you see trainers that used to hoop and train, but you don't see trainers that hoop and train at the same time. So I think that's one big goal that I have that no other trainers do have. So, but other than that, man.
So you obviously becoming a pro, you've trained with a bunch of different people.
Right.
How do you kind of just like make it your own, or do you try to like pick different things from all the different places?
I pick heads. I pick heads. I see what they do, and I just turn it around and change it. You know what I mean? Something that I can feel that it will work for other kids and do it my way, basically. So, man, I love it. I love to train, bro. I love the game.
I feel it. I feel it. Oh, I know it because, I mean, a lot of people don't know. My man Tens used to be like a track star back in the day. Like,
man,
this dude was faster than everybody his age, anybody around, anybody in the neighborhood, anybody at the church. This dude was faster than everybody. So the fact that this dude, like, and you always hoop. He always hoop. But he was like, at one point, it looked like to me like you was gonna leave hoop alone and be a track star. Because I remember you was playing for the what was y'all's team that y'all used to practice at Lincoln? Striders, the San Diego Striders or something like that?
I think so.
Or something like that. And I remember like half our church ran there, but you was like I said, you was always the fastest one. Yeah. But like to get back to what he said about like always hooping, I think you even played high school football for a season or like half a season or something like that.
My junior year, and that was crazy. What? Never again. Boy, I only did that to get stronger though for basketball.
I feel it.
I had to.
Why you say never again?
Man, I wasn't used to that. That was my first time putting on pads. I never played Pop Warner, never. And I was like, bro, I got to get stronger because I came to my junior year, I was skinny, bro, skinny. I'm like, man, I got to get hit, something, get buff, get something. So I put on the pads and tried it out. It was all right.
You said never again.
I didn't quit.
Right.
You feel me? I didn't quit. So I stuck it out, grinded out. What was it? I tried to play at receiver at one point, and then they put me at cornerback, and I just stayed at cornerback. So
that's what's up.
It was cool,
that was
bro.
the position I played. And see, for me, I always played both, but I not blame it, but my reasons that like I was a late bloomer, and then my brother, like I played behind my brother. You know, Steph, always been like point guard his whole life. I played behind my brother, so it was like it's either take his spot or try to go get it shaken on the football field. Yeah. And I tried to take his spot, but that didn't work out. But I did get it shaken on the football field. Let's talk about the runs you've been hosting, man. I think you like 3 or 4 weeks in now, right?
Man, that's more like 5, bro.
Yeah, it's been going. Yeah, that's right.
It's been like 5, but man, hey, lit. Top hoopers, elite hoopers only. But I like it though. I like to see the passion that people come and want to hoop, though. Just want to hoop. They don't care. They just want to hoop. 10 minutes on the clock, we hooping. It's just all good hoopers. I don't want no arguing. That's what I don't like, bro. I just want real hoopers. And that's what I am. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to present when people come to these open gyms. Just good hoopers, no argument. We're going to run and get it going. You know what I mean? So those going to be ran on Monday. Those are ran on Mondays, 1:30. But I'm thinking about doing a Thursday run too. Okay. So keep an eye on that.
That'd be dope.
Keep an eye on that because if I get more people that want to do it, basically, then I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? So, but it's gonna be a Thursday night run. Yeah, it's gonna be Thursday night. I should be able to pull up to that. Okay. I'm gonna do it Thursday night.
What was the inspiration for this really?
You?
I didn't want you to say that. I thought you'd be like, I always wanted to do it, and then you hit me, and then we put it together.
I didn't want to do it.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie, bro. I didn't want to do it. I just want to stick with the youth and keep that with the youth. But, man, you hit me with it, so I'm like, all right, let me think about it, basically. Let me see if I can get enough guys to come and pull up and do
play
it.
the right way. And
that's all it was. And then it happened. And the first run, I had like 25 people. And it's shocking in a gym like that.
That's for
real.
You
know what I mean?
And for me, I I was thinking only the real hoopers are gonna come back after the first one, because you come in and you expecting it's 2 baskets, but you expecting like a full length, at least high school length court, and it's a little bit shorter. But for the pickup, I like it that way though. Like you gotta play defense. Your man could jack it from half court.
And
you know what I'm saying? You gotta check up right away. You know what I'm saying? I like it that way.
And that's how we played. That's how I had the guys play when you got to guard full court, because if he get 2 or 3 steps, he gonna let that thing go. Because it's a warehouse, but it's a short court, but it's a full court, but it's short, but it's enough to have 10 guys on there and play. So,
and it's funny because not the gym being small, but just the environment of the hoop, it matches exactly with the type of hooper you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and there, if a dude get fouled, you just got to get up and keep playing. And you're one of the dudes that, like, when 10s get fouled, he don't even let his teammates come help him up. This dude just jump up straight to the free throw line. If he got shots coming, and take it out. He don't never. I don't think I've ever seen you complain. The most I've seen you do is like look at the ref and be like, and then I've never seen you really complain. And she know it's real. She just look at the ref like, bro, how you missed that? And then you just run down
it's
court.
Real, though.
He don't be chopping to the ref or nothing.
I try to play through everything, man. I don't foul me or not. Obviously, you got to foul me if I got to score. So, if you foul me, the ref better see it. Right. Because ref, he can't guard me. Obviously, he has to foul me, but I'm going to play through it regardless, man. Like this NBA stuff, man, I hate it.
I feel it.
I ain't going to lie.
Ask my brother. I used to RP to Kobe, but I used to say it about Kobe all the time. Like, quit crying and get back. I say it about LeBron all the time. Like, fam, get back on defense. Like, you the best player in the world. Get back on defense, fam.
Man, I hate it. Play through it.
But yeah, man, the hoop the type of hoop that you're, I don't want to say allowing, but that you're kind of orchestrating is exactly the type of hoop that you play, which is dope.
All elite hoopers.
Right.
I don't want no BS, bro. You never know who's in the gym.
That's a
you
fact.
Feel me?
That's a fact.
Because I have coaches pull up. I can have agents pull up. It don't matter. Just come and play.
Matter of fact, that's a quick PSA. That's a quick PSA to some of these younger kids, man. You never, not even just on the court, just in life. You never know who's watching. Like, perfect example. Was either our second or third week. I had a coach we had a coach from Miramar come out to the run on Saturday. Or I'm sorry, on Friday morning in Vista, just off the random. He like, hey yo, what time? And he pulled up. And he didn't tell nobody who he was. I know who he is, but he don't walk. He ain't got like a clipboard in his hand. He just come and sit down and just watch the hoop. And this dude's over here yelling, cussing at each other like they finna, like it never got that crazy. Come out to the Friday run. It didn't get that crazy. But like when dudes start like chopping, I'd like had to pull one dude aside like, hey fam, like you don't. That's a coach right over there. You trying to get a JUCO look. Like it's a coach right over there. He's like, oh damn, I didn't know he was here. I'm like, but that's the point. You never know who's here.
Be professional at the same time, man.
Exactly.
You never know who's watching. And I learned that from experience, bro. Really.
That's for real. My granny used to say manners will take you places that money can't.
Man.
And that's real. A coach might see you like, matter of fact, I've had that happen to me. Like I've been in situations where regardless of what I was doing, there have been people that were more skilled per se or more talented per se.
Yeah.
But they were a jerk or they were an a-hole. And I come in, I speak to everybody in the room. I'm always smiling and I work my butt off.
That's how you're supposed to.
So they see me be like, you know what? He might not be as good as him over there, but he's almost as good and he's a much better person. So let me rock with him.
Right. And that's how we was raised though, really, bro.
Facts.
We was raised a good way. You feel me? So
that's real.
It's only right that we just show the same way respect, man. You know what I mean? So, hey.
Let me ask you this real quick. I was asking my brother and Jesse on our podcast because, like I said, me and you go back to like 3rd or 4th grade.
Trading basketball cards, bro.
For real, getting in trouble for sneaking our basketball cards at church.
Man, dude.
His dad would be hot looking from the pulpit like.
Bro, we used to trade all football cards, basketball cards. We used to have. Let me stop.
Oh, you made me forget what I was about to say. What was I about to get into? It's all good.
You had a question. You asked Jesse.
There you go. Boom. So being that me and you go back almost like 20 years now, do you have a lot of friends that are over 10 years? Like any 10-year-old friendships?
Yeah, I do. I ain't gonna lie. I do.
And I do too. Okay, go ahead.
I don't really speak to them.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
So that's different. See, I got friends like I got.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I got like at least 5 or 6. Well, my main crew, we all met in high school, so that kind of don't count. But I got at least like 5 or 6 friends that are over 10 years old, and I feel like everybody should have at least a couple.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I was asking my brothers, like, do you kind of look at people that ain't got friends that's old? But we ain't got to get into that. So I just thought of it because me and you go back like
that. Man, yeah, but we don't conversate like that. But hey, we still cool at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
I feel it. I feel it, bro. So one more time, get everybody all your info, everything you got going on, everything you got coming up.
So you can follow me on Instagram, Felix 619. That's my personal athletes page, and then I got my training page, which is A10s Hoops. Other than that, I got the open run on Mondays. We're gonna think about Thursday nights, but Mondays at 1:30.
Any youth classes or anything?
Oh, my training sessions. We can do. I have Wednesdays training sessions. I have Sundays training sessions. All my 101s. You can hit me personally for the 101s, and then we'll set dates up. If you want to be a pro, come out to the combine. It's in Vegas. If you follow the San Diego Gardens, you can follow them. They got all the information for that. Other than that, man, I think that's it.
You was trying to remind them about something, or you good?
And I do have a website, which is A10.
Promote everything, bro. Get them in there.
You can see where all my packages, my deals, all that.
I saw that.
So, yeah, that's it, man. That's me.
That's right. That's right. I appreciate you coming through, man.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Absolutely. On the mic with Michael Flix.